And what did I tell you, Cal? I told you if we didn't make it back in time for Christmas, I was gonna whoop your ass, didn't I?
Dude, come on.
Well, now you're gonna get it, motherfucker. That's right. You and me, right now. We're having it out. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Oh, God.
And what?
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Convos with your mom's favorites with hosts Mo and Greg. I am Mo.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back with another episode for who?
The people.
Uncle G, how are you?
I am good, nephew. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Okay.
Nothing we will talk about here and now on this podcast.
Okay.
We can discuss it afterwards. But I am indeed okay. But I'm good. We're not here. Like I said, we're not going to talk about it right now. But so for the sake of the pod, I am good. And, you know, I'm doing great. It's a new year. It's 2025.
2025.
We have made it.
We made it. 2025.
We've made it to 2025.
And we still alive.
And we are still alive. But yeah, we are here to talk about things and stuff.
And stuff and things.
And things and stuff.
Yep.
And that we shall. And
let's get it.
how was your break? Let's start there.
Oh, man. My break was good. It was well timed.
Okay.
Because again, Christmas, remember we put everything off for Christmas, and Christmas was busy.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot of stuff going on, a lot of last minute shopping and, you know, getting stuff ready for Christmas Day.
Okay.
It was, and then that Christmas Day was nice and quiet. You know, family came over. I made the big breakfast. And everybody came.
I didn't get an invite. That's disrespectful.
I know that is extremely disrespectful. And I do humbly, all right, here on air, I do humbly apologize. And the next time, you will get your invite.
Because I do go to brunch, but I will definitely get up early and stop by for breakfast.
It's brunch. It ends up being more brunch than breakfast.
But still, I'll still stop by for a plate.
Gotcha.
I'll definitely stop by for a plate.
So we did that on Christmas, and then you know, we just chilled out for the rest of the day because we do like they do on A Christmas Story now.
Right.
It was like we do the big breakfast, and then later on that evening we order Chinese.
Oh, same. We did very similar. We went to Lee's house for brunch. Mm-hmm. And this year we just focused on like the kids. Yeah. And like we went for brunch and everybody, you know, was there together, but then we just all came in the living room and sat down, and then all of the grands
watched them.
We just watched them tear through and open gifts.
Yeah.
And you know, so it was a cool day. And then we came home. Came home and ordered Chinese and watched a movie and kept it very simple, very chill because I had to work at 6 a.m. that day after. So yeah, there wasn't much really that, you know, I was trying to do because I had to be to work at 6. But yeah, watch anything good while we were away?
I was just getting ready to ask you the same thing. I did not go to the theater. I have not been to see any of the Christmas releases. I had intended on it, but just timing was not right.
Gotcha.
So I didn't get to go see anything. I just watched regular stuff on. I wanted to see what it would be like to watch them back to back. So I did watch A Christmas Story. I ended off my day watching A Christmas Story and
A Christmas Story Christmas?
A Christmas Story Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I watched them in reverse.
Right.
I watched them
A Christmas Story Christmas and then A Christmas Story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And that was fun. They blend. You know, it was interesting is that you can really watch them. And they kind of fit either way, but to me it just felt more like something when you watch it from the second one to the first one.
Well, I mean that makes sense given how the second one ends the exact same with the beginning of the first one.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and we have to correct this, though it is not widely loved, praised, or counted really. This is technically the third movie.
Yes, I don't count the other one.
This is not the second one. Neither do I.
I don't count the other one.
I think most people
And I had to be totally honest. I have never even seen.
Neither have I, and I don't plan.
And I don't plan. After they did this one, I was like, well, I will never watch the second.
Yeah, I have no intention of seeing the second one.
No, none whatsoever.
None whatsoever. But I did watch. I've seen a couple of new things. Because like I said, it was great that we took the break in December because I refused to watch anything other than Christmas movies. Stuff.
Yep, that's pretty much what I did. I was watching Christmas.
If it wasn't Christmas related, I did not want to watch it.
Yes.
So
now, out of the new stuff that they released just for this Christmas, did you see anything that really, really caught your eye?
I mean, other than Red One.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay. Red One, that one definitely caught my eye, and I watched it again on when they start streaming.
Yeah.
It. But the other one, Meet Me Next Christmas.
That was good.
That was good.
That was good. That was definitely really good.
That was really good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was really good.
Out of all the new stuff that they released for this Christmas, I thought that was fun.
That one was a good movie.
That was fun.
But then I did watch Dear Santa, the Jack Black movie where he was sitting. I fell asleep on it.
I didn't like it. You know what? And I don't know if I said this to you or to somebody else. I said that was a waste of talent. I didn't think Jack Black was, and I was talking to my wife about it, and I told her, and I said, the thing about the movie is that they were so afraid that they would offend.
Oh, so you can't take a premise like that.
You cannot do it. You cannot do it.
Like, you can't do that premise safely.
Yeah, you can't.
There's no way to do that movie safely.
You have to really not give a,
Yeah. You got to not care. You got to just not care at all.
You can't. Because I said, there were things that I know that they probably would have done or wanted to say that they probably was like, nah, we don't want that kind of smoke.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
You should have.
Because it was a waste.
They should have let Matt and Trey Parker direct it. I promise you that movie would have been 10,000 times funnier.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was not, I didn't think it was funny. Again, and I kept, it's like, they're holding back. There was probably a lot of stuff that they wanted to do and say in this movie that they didn't do because they were afraid that it would cause a big commotion. And I get it. I understand that. But then my thing is this. If you are not going to do it right,
don't do it at all.
Don't do it at all.
Yeah, don't do it at all.
Don't do it at all. Maybe you shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. But yeah, I did watch that. I fell asleep on it though. But since Christmas, since the new year, that is when I went back to watching
other stuff. Yeah, me too.
Other stuff. I really got into like the Twilight Zone. Thanks, because that comes on every year.
Every year, New Year's Day.
And I usually don't watch it.
Everybody knows what I'm watching.
Like, I usually don't. And it's not because, it's bad. It's just because I'm watching other things,
stuff,
right? I was watching it this year and I was just like, bro, I was just watching, and it was such a good break from like everything else.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the creativity, because I watched, one of the first ones that I watched was the guy, I forget his name. I forget his name, but the guy who had like super, super thick glasses, and I think that was his wife. Never let him read.
Wouldn't let him read.
Wouldn't let him read. But then he went into a bank vault and the world ended.
Yeah.
And then he stumbled upon the library.
Time enough at last.
That's
one of my favorites.
And then his glasses fall off and they break. And like the moment that happened, I was like, bro, that's sick.
That is absolutely, it's totally sick. Twisted.
And it's not like there are some people who wear glasses, but they don't really they can still read without them. Yeah, he couldn't read without those glasses.
He couldn't even see to go get some new glasses.
Right. I was like, bro, because he had stacks of books, just piled up and had them in the order with which he was going to read them.
He was ready to go in.
Yes.
And that happened. And it's like, wow, how tragic.
How tragic.
How tragic is that? And but you know what they do? Every year, some years, when they do it in order.
Right.
And then every so often they will take the movies. I guess now it's because especially since they're digital, they are all on digital and it's easily to manipulate them.
Right.
And they will put them in pockets. So in other words, if all the military theme shows were like right after each other.
Right.
All the ones dealing with aliens right after each other. And the ones that are really classic, where ordinarily, the really classic ones, ordinarily, they show those last. Mm-hmm. This year, they showed all the classics first.
Oh, they said, no, we got to get you in from the beginning. they said we got to get you in right from the door.
They showed almost all the classics first. And whenever they would show one, it would be not just one classic and then maybe one not so good one.
Yeah.
It was like classic. So you had to kind of like, oh wow, they're showing that one. They're showing that one.
It was like, I'll get up after this one.
Yeah.
And then the next one come on, and you're like, I'll get up after this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I did watch that, but then I also just like went through and started playing with like catch up with movies that I haven't seen. Mm-hmm. Because my dad and I did go. We went to the movies. We went to go see Nosferatu in theaters. I also, what did I watch? Not in theaters. I went and saw Nosferatu in theaters. I saw 688.
Okay. How was that?
That was really good.
Okay.
That was really good. Towards the end, though. The beginning was a bit draggy.
Yeah.
And it was a bit too much Tyler Perry in the beginning. But then, you could tell, I don't know.
You could tell
there was a shift.
Yeah.
Like halfway in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it got better after the shift.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched the 6888. I watched Nosferatu. Why can't I think of any of the other movies that I've seen? You know what I just recently rewatched?
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
Is that the first one?
The third one.
The third one. Okay. Yeah.
What an incredible film right from the very beginning.
That one, yeah. That one is crazy.
Right from the very beginning, that movie.
You know what? For those who may have been sleeping on the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, those are some of the most incredible movies that you ever want to see.
Yes. Now, I'm honestly, me personally, just speaking of the first three.
Yes. Oh no.
I've seen the other ones, right?
Definitely the first
three. I've seen the other ones, but 1 to they don't hold a candle. To 1 to 3.
Yeah, 1 to 3 is like canon. You got to watch those. It's
yes.
Like, if you don't watch the other ones, fine. But you watch 1 to 3. Those are crazy.
Yeah, those were good.
My favorite scene is from the first one. Mm-hmm. Was the one where the pirates are walking on the bottom of the ocean, and the way they filmed that was incredible. It was because what would happen was that every time they would walk into light, they turned back. You could see that they were dead.
Yeah.
But then when the light, and they're walking in the light, and there's the light is shining through the water. They're walking in the water, and and different parts of their bodies would change whenever they touched the light. And I was sitting there when the first time I saw it, I was like, "This is incredible." It is absolutely incredible. I said, I don't know who thought of that, but they needed a bonus. I said,
absolutely.
That
just
was
like for that scene alone.
Just for that scene.
Yeah, for that scene alone, they needed a bonus.
And then the scene where he's Johnny Depp's character, Captain Jack Sparrow is fighting Barbossa.
Yes.
And they're going in and out the light.
Mm-hmm. Especially because you think Jack Sparrow's fighting him as a human, and you're like, this is kind of pointless. Yeah. But then he goes and he stabs him, and nothing happens. But then he starts flipping the coin on his finger, and I was like, bro, this is so cool. So this is incredible storytelling right here, man.
There you go.
Incredible storytelling. So I'm like, I loved it. It was great. Oh. One of the other things I watched was just why we can get into the very first thing, one of the things on the list of things to talk about today, because I also watched Transformers 1.
Okay.
Right. And you were confused by my text message.
Yeah, by what you said. Tell them what you said in your text message.
I have to read it because I really don't remember.
Yeah.
I said, I'm here first to apologize. Mm-hmm. Because let me tell you, when Transformers 1 was first announced, when the cast was first announced, when the premise of the movie was first announced, I said a lot of disparaging things about that film.
You hadn't even seen it yet.
Hadn't seen a thing. Right?
Yeah.
I said a lot of disparaging things about that film. Like when it came out, I refused to go see it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I just knew I was going to hate this movie.
Yeah.
And I watched it Friday, last Friday. Could not have been more wrong.
Yeah. It was.
I am here to apologize to everyone involved with Transformers 1 because, boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. That was a good movie. It was good.
That movie was good. I should have never have doubted Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And that he could pull off Optimus.
Yeah.
I should have never doubted Brian Tyree Henry and that he could pull off Megatron.
Yeah.
Like, I should have never. Bumblebee has always been a goofball.
Yeah.
Even like just without a voice and having like Michael Bay's Bumblebee, he's always kind of been like just a goofball with like the radio.
The comedy relief.
Yes, the comedy relief.
Yes.
Keegan-Michael Key had me hysterical from the very first time he said Badassatron.
Oh my God. And then there was the one time he's walking and he's talking to, what was the girl's name?
I kept calling her ScarJo because that's who voiced her, but I don't. Hold on, let me get her name.
But he kept walking, and now that by this time they've gotten the cogs back, and they found out now that they can transform, and he kept saying, and he kept telling her his name.
1.
Yeah,
yeah.
He kept telling her his name. He said, "My name is Badassatron." I kept doing it in that voice, and then he said, then he did it again, and then he got redo it, and she was like,
Yes, yeah. And then when he first finds out, like when he's learning more about his powers, and like he realizes that he has knife hands, and he's like, "I've got knife hands! Holy crap, I've got knife hands!" And then he's got a shield, and then he screams out, he's like, "Badassatron!" I was hysterical laughing at that part.
It was good. I watched it. I watched it since I knew we were going to talk about it. I said, well, let me watch it. And I'm like, I was the same way. I was like, you know what? I wrote
this off way too quickly.
Yeah, because it was really good. And even the story, even the story, it was good.
Yes.
It was a good story, to see how they arrived to the rivalry and the hatred that they have for each other. And
if we're being honest, it's not even a story that was really like needed. Because let's be honest, it was a TV show based off a toy series.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is not one of those where the TV show happened and then they created the toys. No. They created the toys. It was a toy line.
Yeah.
And then they created the TV show after that, and it's been like generations now.
Yep.
Are loving Optimus Prime and Megatron and Autobots and Decepticons, and I'm just like, bro, this was incredible.
Yeah, it was, and and then just like some. Not mind blowing, but some interesting scenes. You find out that that Starscream was originally the one in charge.
Right.
I was like, is that Starscream?
Yep.
And then I was like, he was in charge. How the heck did?
Like, how did he fall?
How did he fall so low?
Yeah. Man, what an all around great film. And like I said, I didn't want to spend a long time here, but I just had to come and publicly say, because I publicly crapped all over that film before I even saw it.
Yeah.
So I felt like I needed to come back and publicly apologize because that film blew my mind.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that or ready for it. And it was a great film.
I mean, every time I would go to Paramount, they had it like in big print, like Transformers 1. And I was like, what else is on?
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, I'd watch a sequel.
Yeah. I would watch the sequel.
I'd watch a sequel if they did one. I'd definitely go and see that. But last night, as we were recording, before we do that, I just want to say rest in peace to let me get this gentleman's name. Jeff Baena, Aubrey Plaza's husband, who he committed suicide a couple days ago.
No, get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just want to say, rest in peace and well wishes to her and to his family.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's got to be rough.
Especially, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, it's got to be rough. So I just want to bring that up too. But as of this recording, also, we're doing things backwards, right? Mm-hmm. Because we are here, we are recording. Mm-hmm. We currently shouldn't be, because as of right now, I'm very sad. I will get emotional, not here on this pod, but I've been an emotional wreck all day because tonight is the first Monday Night Raw that is streaming on Netflix.
Yes.
So that's big because
is it a good emotional or a bad emotional?
No, that part is just, it's whatever. Like, that's cool that that
it's on Netflix.
Yeah, that it's on Netflix and it's not on network television anymore. I'm emotional because tonight is the very first night of John Cena's farewell tour.
Oh, okay. Is he really retiring?
I believe so.
You think he's really going to retire? Okay. It's like
because all of the other, he's always been different in that. Whereas even from the very beginning, he's always said, I know that my body won't let me do this forever, and I don't intend on trying.
Okay. He's real. So he's being realistic.
Yeah, he's always been
realistic about
very realistic about like not being able to do this. Yeah. And because you could tell that, not saying that no one else like loved the craft less, but he's always like had this like higher standard about him to how he approached wrestling. Yeah. And he was just like, he said in an interview, he was like, if I can't do this, if I can't be at my best when I do this, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do it halfway.
Yeah. So I now have to finally get a John Cena t-shirt. I have missed one of the many because every time John Cena came back, he had a new shirt.
Yeah.
Every time he came back, he had a new shirt, and he came back a lot.
So who is he wrestling tonight?
I don't know if he's wrestling tonight. Okay. I know that like tonight is the official start, because it's the first wrestling event. It is the official start of his farewell tour. Like 2025 is his last year.
Last year being involved.
Not being involved, but his last year being on the roster as a wrestler.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's got plenty of other stuff to do.
Oh, absolutely. Because I just saw more pictures today from Peacemaker season 2.
Really?
Yeah. So I am looking forward to that.
When are they doing that?
I think that's this year too.
No, it's this year. But what did they do?
I have no clue.
Okay,
I have no clue, to be honest with you,
because that's going to be my holiday.
Yeah. So, but over the weekend, was an award show.
Yay, it's award season.
Yeah, I was about to say, Greg, you don't have to fake your excitement for me. Okay. You don't have to hold back.
It's award season.
There you go. Like you don't have to hold back
award shows.
Your excitement for me. People know by now I could not care less about award shows. But last night was the 82nd Golden Globes, hosted by Nikki Glaser.
Yeah. What'd you think of her?
I thought she was great.
You thought she? Okay.
I was hysterical.
Okay.
Yeah, she had me laughing.
You know what happened with me was the fact that I was out late last night. Okay. I got back in. I didn't get back in until about 9:00.
Right.
So I missed like the first hour. And so after you kind of like miss the first hour, you kind of like you start half watching it, because what I had done is that I put it on to tape.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and watch. I'll watch it again, but I want to watch it more so for her performance, because I already know who won, but I just want to watch it to see what she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, her opener was very fun. Like, she was very funny with her opener. Yeah, I think she did a good job.
Okay.
I definitely think she did a good job.
Okay.
But yeah, it was the Golden Globes. I watched all 3 hours. The 3 long hours.
Well, don't get ready, because the Oscars is coming.
I know.
The Oscars is coming.
But we got to get there first.
Yeah.
I got upset too because I was sitting there. I was like, "Yo, got a gap, got some time." But then no, because I think the Critics' Choice Awards is like next weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
I think the Critics' Choice Awards is like next week, and I'm like, "Bro, can you stop?"
Yeah. No,
But no, this is here.
From now to I think March.
Yeah,
It's award season.
It's award season. So
It's award season.
It's gonna be a thing. So
It's gonna be a thing.
I gotta buckle in because it's something that's gonna happen.
I think the only thing, there was some that I didn't expect, but I was pleasantly surprised, I guess. Not really pleasantly surprised. I was kind of upset that Cynthia Erivo didn't win.
Okay.
But if
nominated for
Wicked, she was nominated.
Cynthia Erivo. You said Cynthia Erivo. It's not who I was picturing in my head.
Who was you picturing?
What's her name from West Side Story? Oh, not the big hair girl. Ariana DeBose.
Yeah.
That, like you said, Cynthia Erivo,
but that's who you
mentally pictured Ariana DeBose.
No,
and I was like, what was she nominated for? No. But she wasn't nominated. But yeah, Cynthia Erivo. That honestly,
it surprised me. Because, but it was a pleasant surprise because I guess out of the group of women that were in that category, if anybody other than her won, I kind of like secretly wanted it to be Demi Moore. I kind of wanted this was interesting because there were a lot of old timers whose careers you thought were over.
And you finding out that nope, they still got some more juice
They
left.
still got a little juice in them, and she was one of them. I'm like, Demi, why is she in this category? Why is she being nominated? I mean, I heard the movie was good. I didn't see it.
Me neither. I heard it was good though.
Heard it was good and heard it did well, but I didn't see it. But I was like, Demi Moore's past her prime. Yeah, no. She's not Meryl Streep. So it's like Meryl Streep is the only one who's past her prime and can still kill it. I'm like, Demi Moore, not so much. But when they said she won, I was like, okay. This is an interesting turn. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't ready for it at all.
Not expecting that at all. And
if I'm being honest, it was a couple of these movies. Like it was a couple of these wins. Mm-hmm. I just wasn't ready. One, I was not ready for Wicked to go home with only one.
Yeah, I was a little upset about that. I thought they would have took home more than just one.
Yeah, I didn't think I was not ready for them to go home with just one Golden Globe. Yeah, I was not expecting for The Bear to go home with just one Golden Globe.
Yeah. And it's interesting because it's like, I guess, again, with all the content that's out there, you have those one or two shows that shine for a season or two. But people's their loyalty is flaky.
But that's not for everything though. Because I mean, if we're being honest, Succession not going to win this year, but that's just because there was no Succession last year.
Yeah. Do you think that was the case? Do you think if they had done another season of Succession?
Absolutely. If Succession was still on television,
really? You think I still
think they would still be winning.
Really? I would.
Because it's one of those, and I guess not every show has this, but it's one of those shows that has the staying dominant power.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll give you that. I love Succession.
Because even with like those people with the short attention spans, Succession was on like what? Its 7th, 8th season.
Yeah.
Like when it was finishing up, and it was like it had dominated award season for like its entire run.
Yeah.
So like, I think it was one of those outliers where like if Succession was still around, I think they'd still be pulling home stuff. But, I thought that, I didn't think 2 seasons was going to be the ending point for The Bear.
Really?
For everyone other than Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, exactly, because it went from being this big giant thing, and everybody was getting awards, and the show was getting awards, and then it started shrinking or imploding, and it all revolved around Jeremy Allen White. Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah,
and and now not even him.
Right.
Same thing with Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
Same thing with Apple. They had their season, again, and it's still a incredible show. The same thing with the Bear. The Bear is still an incredible show, but it's like they've shifted their they've shifted their look.
Shifted, and I think that's disrespectful. One, for Abbott Elementary, because they had their moment, but I still don't think they've had their moment.
No, they said they're still.
I don't think they've had their moment to where like they're winning all of the awards. Because for me personally, Abbott Elementary is one of the few shows that is getting better every season.
Exactly, which is why it's still around.
Yeah,
like, personally, not because it's not a good show, but just because I didn't think it would last as long as it has.
Yeah, like Hacks winning everything.
Yeah.
See, Hacks started before the Bear did.
There you go. See, exactly. So now with the Bear out of the way, now they can focus on a show like Hacks, which I've never watched. I've watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I've never watched Hacks. I never watched the whole thing.
I've never had any interest in watching Hacks.
Really? The only thing I liked about Hacks, and I'm liking it now. Not that I've still watched it, but the only thing I like about Hacks is the fact that my girl is finally getting some attention.
Who, Jean Smart?
Yeah, Jean Smart.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
for like her category.
Yeah.
I don't think the show should beat the Bear.
No.
Now, again, I could be wrong. I'll go watch a couple episodes just to
I watched
see.
a couple of episodes.
Like, I will go watch a couple episodes just to see. But fam, you're not going to tell me a show that was out before the Bear.
And it's interesting. Even the guy who writes for the movie and for the show and everything, he even said he's holding the award, and he's like, I don't even I don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say. What are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
His whole thing is like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, like for Cousin to not win for Best Supporting Act, even though I'm not mad at Shogun taking home.
Yeah.
You not gonna hear no problems about Shogun. Like, kudos to Shogun for all of the awards that they walked off with.
One of the things with it's like a seasonal thing almost to me. I could be wrong, but it's like, okay, now Asian films and Asian actors are finally getting their attention and their due. They've been around. It's not like they just came out of the closet but now all of a sudden they're getting their due and they're getting attention.
Right.
And so now, so expect to see a lot more that of Asian movies,
because everything else right now is kind of slop. Like, and it's like it's the only thing that's right now that's like it's good. Like, I don't remember much of the shows that came out and that I watched last year. I vividly still remember every episode of Shogun.
Wow. And that's on my watch list now because I missed it. So I'm going to go back and watch it.
Like, I vividly remember every episode of Shogun. Still don't quite get how they're going to pull off season two. But it's here now.
Yeah.
Like, especially after winning, like sweeping the Golden Globes with everything. I think everything they were nominated for, they won.
Yep.
So, okay, you can't, like, go ahead, throw them the money now.
Give it to them.
Because, you've won.
And it's funny. The guy who did, I think it was the guy who did Shogun, he even said, I don't know how this happens.
Yeah, you could see the look on each and every one of their faces when they won. Yeah, how shocked and surprised they were that they won.
Yeah. The other movie that was kind of hot that it got a lot of nominations, but it didn't get a lot of awards. But they did take home, I think, one of the big ones. Amelia.
I got to go finish it.
How was? Have you watched it?
I started it.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch that.
We started watching it the other day because my mom heard about it and she was like, she really wanted to watch it. So we started watching it the other day. One, I had no idea it was a musical until we sat down and started watching it.
It's a musical?
It's a musical. Two, I had no idea that 99.9% of the movie is in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is definitely different. And then we were sitting there, we were watching the movie, and I was kind of like, this is a bit much. I didn't really, it wasn't really my taste. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Okay.
As I was watching it. But there was a part of me, right, that the more we watched it, the more I needed to see the rest of this film.
Okay.
So in the moment, we did stop watching it, and like we watched something else.
Now, why did you stop watching? Because you were tired, or it was making you sleepy,
No,
or
it was just, if being honest, I didn't think it was all that great.
okay,
I didn't think it was all that great.
okay. But you got to go back and watch the rest.
Yes,
so that you can. I
But
haven't watched it. I have not watched it at all.
a small part of my brain that will not let me not finish this movie.
Okay.
One, because I'm almost positive Best Picture at the Oscars is going to be nominated.
Oh, are you kidding
so
me?
I'm going to have to watch it anyway.
Exactly.
I'm going to have to watch it anyway.
Now, I guess I got to watch that, and hopefully they'll make a way for us to see the other one that was the big winner. Why can't I think of that? Well, I can't think of it because up until the Golden
Which one, The
Globe night,
Brutalist?
that one.
The Adrian Brody movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about that movie. I had not heard, knew absolutely nothing about it. I had to go online and look stuff up about it, and I was like, okay, I'll be honest with you, sounds boring.
Listen, I saw it and I
was like,
I saw that and I said, bro, Adrian Brody really just loved the Holocaust, don't he?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's like, all right, we need somebody to play a Jewish Holocaust.
Adrian Brody's like, sign me up, chief.
All right. Can I audition?
Like, sign me up.
They're like, no, you don't have to audition. You got the part.
You got the part. It's for you.
It's for you.
And I mean, he won for it yesterday. So, clearly he's doing something right.
Yeah. And what'll be really funny is if he gets the Oscar nom and wins that again, because the last time you saw anything that Adrian Brody did, it was the year he did the movie The Piano, and he won the Oscar.
Yeah.
And he won the Oscar for it. I'll never forget that show because, again, Halle Berry was the one who gave him the Oscar. And he came up, he got the Oscar, he gave us like a little, and then he looked over at her and he said, I can't believe I'm standing here with Halle Berry. He said, I am not going to miss an opportunity like this. And he grabbed her by both sides of her face and he planted this crazy big kiss on her lips. Like I was like, wow, okay. He said, I am not passing up an opportunity like this.
I don't blame him.
Not me. I was not mad at him.
I don't blame him.
Wasn't mad at him.
I don't blame him.
Nope.
Halle Berry in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that same opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't missing that up. What? Are you kidding me? That is Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. This was
Halle
and not
Berry.
that she's still mint. But this was back. This was going back. This was like mint.
Halle Berry. Only knock on Halle Berry is I'm never leaving her with kids of any kind. But other than that,
oh goodness,
other than that, we good. Like, cause
I wasn't mad at him.
I wasn't mad at him. So do your thing. But who else was some big winners? I have to have Amelia Perez took home a lot. Baby Reindeer won.
I was like, why is Baby Reindeer still winning awards?
Because that wasn't last year.
But they won a whole bunch of awards last year.
You're right. But if we still eligible to keep winning awards, I'm going to keep for every award we eligible to be nominated for.
Again, I'm not mad at him, but it's just the fact that how does this work? How does this work? That okay, you won a whole bunch of awards in 2024, and now going into 2025, you're still winning. You're still winning Golden Globes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I'm like, Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
I'm not mad at him.
Hold on now. No.
What?
They didn't win a single Golden Globe last year.
Oh, they didn't win a Golden?
They didn't win a single Golden Globe last year.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong then. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
I just went and looked through the winners from last year. Okay. They didn't win a single thing last year.
All right. Well, what did they win? They won some stuff last year.
Yeah, they might have won like the later awards. I think they were too late for last year's Golden Globes.
Okay. All right.
I think they were good for like the other shows.
Okay.
Like they made it in time for the other shows.
I take that back then because they did deserve. I'm not saying they didn't deserve the awards because Baby Reindeer. We talked about that on previous podcasts. But Baby Reindeer, if you have not watched that yet, please do yourself a favor and watch that movie. That had to be the most intense.
Yeah, but trigger warning though. Like,
yeah, be careful.
It's a rough series to get through.
It is very rough.
It's a rough series to get through.
It's really rough getting through it. But it's like,
It is. It tells us an important story.
Yeah, the story is important.
Got to shout out my man Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
For winning, for his role in the Penguin.
Penguin.
And I was sitting up there. I was listening to his acceptance speech. I was like, it's still blowing my mind that that's the Penguin.
Yeah.
Like it still blows my mind that that is
look absolutely nothing like.
And forget look, he sounds nothing like
no.
He sounds nothing like Oswald. Like,
no,
nothing like him.
If you, like I said, if he walked into the room and it's good because I mean, if he walked into the room, they would always recognize him. Of course, it's Colin Farrell. It's Colin Farrell, the actor. But nobody would look to be saying, "Hey, that's the guy who played the Penguin. Look at him!" And they look at him. Where?
Right.
Where?
Yeah. So, shout out to him for winning. Shout out to Jodie Foster as well.
See, again, that was
still proving that she ain't.
That was another pleasant.
She ain't dead yet.
Another pleasant surprise. All right, she was like, okay, all right. She's like, okay. I didn't expect her to win.
Yeah.
But she took home the award, and I think she was a little shocked too. It was like, all right, I still got, and because she even alluded to something in her acceptance speech, like saying, "Yeah, I still got a little bit of mileage left."
Yeah, she ain't finished yet. Shout out to Sebastian Stan for his Oscar win. I mean, Golden Globe win. I have no idea what movie that is. I had never seen it.
What's the name of it?
Now you got me. You're asking for a lot here.
So
dude.
there's going to be a lot of Oscar noms of movies that if you have not,
I know this looks like
you need to go watch. You need to go watch these movies.
Like last year, I was good because there wasn't much I had to go see.
Yeah, exactly.
This year looks like it's going to be the reverse. And there's going to be a lot that I'm going to have to watch.
Yeah,
and I'm not really excited about it.
Yeah, because none of the movies sound like something that I would readily sit down.
Yeah, that I'm just going to run and watch.
But in order for me to really be a part of that process,
in order for me to accurately say who I think should win, I have to, I have to go see all these films.
Yeah.
So, I won't do that. I am very curious, right? Because
hold that thought. While we were talking again, and I still told you before, I did get to see Conclave.
Yes.
Conclave. And now that I've seen it, I totally get it. I understand why the buzz around the movie and why it was such a big hit. It was a really, really good movie. Mm-hmm. For those of you who have not seen it yet, please do yourself a favor. See the movie. You might have thought it was, I guarantee you might have thought it was one thing, and it's not.
It's not.
It's not. You're going to be in the living room like I was, yelling, "Oh snap! What is this?"
Yeah. Definitely. But the one movie that Wicked won for was cinematic, and box office achievement.
Yes. Yep.
And I was very confused as to what that meant and why they won. And at first,
okay, what'd you find? What conclusion did you come to?
Oh, I still haven't come to a conclusion. Okay. At first, I initially thought it was because they went off ticket sales and how much the movie made.
Yes, I think that's.
Then they shouldn't have won.
Yeah. And I thought so because when they said that, I was like, when the way Vin Diesel explained it made it sound like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but if it's that, I don't think Wicked should have.
No, Wicked shouldn't have won because
who else was
Wicked
in the
made just simply based on the fact that Wicked made $681 million, right? Globally. Deadpool hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine hit $1 billion.
Yes.
So if anything,
if it was just based on that, then yeah,
that's the movie that should have won.
Yep. So it's got to be more. But the way Vin Diesel kind of explained it, it made it sound like it was.
Oh, I'm so glad. This was the first year for that award.
Yeah, and they're the first ones to win it. Yep. Yeah, so it's got to be more to it.
Okay, this says to be eligible for nomination, a film must have grossed 150 million with at least 100 million grossed in the U.S. or have garnered commensurate digital streaming viewership recognized by trusted industry sources. Mm-hmm. So okay, cool, but I guess it's still the people have to vote.
Okay,
because there is a voting committee for the Golden Globes. So I guess they just voted, and I was like, I think we should just let the box office numbers speak for themselves. Because I think what award show where that happened? There was an award show last year. Oh no, it was the Golden Globes. We are in 2025. Yeah. So when I read just now, it was first introduced in 2024. Mm-hmm. Still thinking we're in 2024, and that this was the first year.
It's still early.
Yeah, it's still early in the year. So you know that's still okay, okay thing. But Oppenheimer won last year. I do remember that Oppenheimer winning. So and man, what a film.
Yeah.
So yeah, Golden Globes happened. Vin Diesel tried to spark trouble.
With Dwayne Johnson. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that.
You don't know what that is?
No.
Oh, they've had beef for a long time.
Really?
Long.
That's right. Because I remember when around we were talking about it around what was it? Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Long time they done had beef. Apparently it's squashed, but it's like squashed in asterisks. Like we won't kill each other. Mm-hmm. We'll get through this. We'll get it done. But if I don't have to see you, I won't see you.
Wow. I was because at first I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
And then when now that you bring it up, okay, now I remember.
Yeah.
I remember
they had
we had
beef for a
talked
long
about
time.
that.
So he's out here starting trouble, and I'm like, The Rock is worth too much money.
Yeah.
But if ever there were a perfect moment for a slap 2.0,
it was that moment.
It was that moment there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was that moment.
But crazy enough, right? It wouldn't have been like, when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, we were all just like there was confusion behind it. Like you heard him say, "Keep my wife's name out your mouth."
You didn't know,
but you didn't nobody.
Yeah,
everybody felt like there was more to it than that.
Yeah.
Right. If The Rock walked up and slapped Vin Diesel, ain't nobody questioning it because we all know why.
Okay,
we know why.
Yeah,
I know exactly why he slapped that man.
Okay, I remember. Now that you say that, I remember.
Yeah, I know exactly why he slapped that man. So ain't no confusion there.
That would have been fun.
But I also just need to shout out before we move on, Kathy Bates and her orthopedic stilettos.
She's wearing orthopedic stilettos.
If you pay attention, the front of those shoes are sneakers. There is a heel at the back.
I haven't watched the show because I'm like,
Kathy Bates. When Kathy Bates walk out to present an award, like you won't see it until she's first walking out.
Okay, now I got to pay attention to that.
And then when she's walking back, she has on the front
is definitely orthopedic.
No doubt in my mind. But the back of her heel, there is a stiletto heel.
Oh, I gotta watch
at the back.
I gotta look at it and pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's great. I love it, and I just felt like I needed to shout her out for that
for making that fashion
statement. Only Kathy Bates could get that off. Only Kathy Bates could get that off. Also, never let Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Yeoh speak again.
No.
It's okay. It's okay, baby.
It's all right, y'all.
It's all right, baby. No. Sit down now.
It ain't.
Because that was a mess.
That was an absolute mess. I was like, I literally had to stop listening to them. I just had to kind of like just look at something on my phone and just stop.
Yeah, that was a mess. But on the flip side, please give me more Anthony Mackie and two groups of people that I need to see more of. Anthony Mackie and Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen and Catherine O'Hara.
Oh man,
I'm so excited for that series now. Or is it a movie? They're doing something together.
they're doing something
yes,
together?
that's why they're together. I think it's a series. I think it's a series or a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like I need to see more of them together because
yeah.
that was hysterical. The two of them.
That was hysterical.
That was great.
Yeah, that was.
So like those two groups of people, I need more of.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, Captain America comes out in a month, and I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna.
You got your tickets already?
No, tickets are available.
Okay.
Uncle Greg, when I have tickets, you will have tickets.
Gotcha, because I am psyched.
Yes,
for this one.
when I have tickets, you know how we do.
Okay.
I will buy tickets and then just tell you when to be ready.
Okay, there you go. Then I'll be looking for that call.
Yeah, I will just buy the tickets and let you know. When I got them, you got them.
Got it.
But no, they aren't available yet. But the second they are, tickets will be purchased. But yeah, that was the Golden Globes, the first of the year.
Yep.
And for award season, so.
I think next week they announce the Oscar noms. So, yeah, that's a whole separate show by itself.
What's the names are this week too?
What?
I think Wednesday they announced the SAG Awards.
Oh, really?
The SAG nominees. The nominees for the SAG Awards.
Yeah, because that's coming up too. Like I said, all of these awards happen between now and March. So we were in that season.
And they're streaming on Netflix again. I always thought that was a weird choice.
Who?
The SAG Awards.
They're streaming it on Netflix.
They're streaming it on Netflix again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a weird choice. But I mean, Netflix is getting more, so that's always fun. Last thing, and we can get. Dang, we've been talking for an hour already.
Yeah.
Dang, can you tell we missed this? At what time is it? It's 9. At 3:30 today, I watched the final episode of What If.
Oh, you finally saw it.
Yes, I watched the final episode of What If.
What'd you think?
Let me tell you, how pissed I am at Marvel and this show.
Why?
You wait till the last 2 episodes of the series to get good.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You wait till the final 2 episodes of the series.
Of the series. Not season. These series.
Of the series.
And
to get good.
Yeah. They really went out with a bang.
And then you further piss me off, right? Because What If is a show about things like we all know the usual things and how things happen in the Marvel universe, right? What If is a show that's supposed to explore all of the other random possibilities that could happen. And what pisses me off is, like, what pissed me off even more was in the final moments, right? When the Eminence was about to just destroy the new Watchers and the Watcher, right? And Captain Carter, and as you're watching them, you see, because they're trying to delete not just them, but every version of them across the multiverse.
Oh, wow, that was crazy. Wasn't that crazy?
When they started showing their different forms, I said, I'd rather watch that episode. I would have rather watched that episode. I would have rather seen an episode about that. I would have rather seen an episode about that. I would have rather seen an episode about that. All of these episodes you're showing me, I would have much rather seen than showing me why Darcy and Howard the Duck had a baby. I would have rather seen any of those episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
Over you showing me why Howard the Duck and Shang-Chi in the West. Yeah. Who cares?
I won't say hate. I'm not really a big fan of the whole Shang-Chi thing, but that, no, I wouldn't say it made me like the whole Shang-Chi, the way they did Shang-Chi, but I like that better than the movie.
And I see your point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad episode at all. It is the episode before the final 2 episodes. You had 2 other seasons where you could have placed that episode and you didn't.
Yeah.
2 other seasons where you could have placed that episode and you didn't.
Yeah. Or they had to wait until they could take it and put it somewhere where people wouldn't be sitting there like, I'm going to the bathroom now, and or I'm going to go out and, you know what I'm saying? Or better yet, I'm going to just bypass that episode, you know. They had to wait until, I guess they had everybody's attention and then slip that in there.
But see, that's the thing, though. Because you still didn't.
Have everybody's attention?
Because in this season, I still, watching this season, I did not care until the final 2 episodes.
Really?
Yes.
I started caring after the 5th episode. So, wait, how many episodes was that?
I think there's 8.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it was 3. No, I count 5. So it was 5, the 5th, 6th, 7, yeah, 4. Because I count the 5th. I'm counting the 5th as inclusive.
Until we got to the fact where the episode started, and you hear the Eminence talking, and I'm like, oh, it's about to get real.
Yeah.
Like, it's about to get real now.
Yeah.
I was like, that's when I started to care. Then I got pissed because you tease. Instead of giving me an episode of Shang-Chi in the West, show me why Storm has Mjolnir, because I still do not know.
That would have been a better story. Yeah, that would have been a good story. Why does Storm have Mjolnir?
Still have no clue how Storm got Mjolnir.
None.
Now, don't get me wrong. That it was still great.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was everything I needed and more.
What did she say? She said, before I controlled nature.
Now I am nature.
Now I am nature. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
So glad they got the actress who played Storm in X-Men the animated series to reprise her role as Storm in this. Like, you had everything at your fingertips.
Yeah.
I was upset when we found out in one of these episodes in this season, you find out that Ultron was nothing more than a lounge singer. I would have rather seen an episode about Ultron being a lounge singer than the episodes I got to watch.
That part was funny. That was fun. I was like, oh, that
Ultron is a lounge singer? That sounds like a fantastic idea.
That sounded like it would have been fun to watch. Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea. Please show me more of Ultron being a lounge singer.
Yeah.
You wait till the final 2 episodes to actually want to get good, and then you want to end the series.
But you know what? I'm okay with it because at least they kind of went out on a bang.
I'm not, because you wasted my time for 3 seasons.
But I think I got to go back and watch it again.
I'm gonna pull up.
And I'm only saying that because of the fact that I believe that this was all one long story. All of these stories are connected.
Yeah, they were all, and like they all ended up being connected.
Yeah,
but still doesn't mean I cared about them. Let's pull up What If.
And that was the other thing I kind of liked about it, because I remember What If, believe it or not, started out as a comic book in Marvel. And I remember I used to read the comic because I love those stories. I love those stories. Were incredible. What if this? What if that? What if? So they were all really good stories.
Right.
So I was excited when they first even announced that they were going to do it. But it's like the first season fell kind of flat. I got to take that back.
Looking at these episodes, in season 1, season 1 had me. Because what if that Captain Carter? I could take it or leave it.
Yeah,
I could take it or leave it.
And believe it or not, she was the main problem I had with the show. Yeah. Because it was like, how does she become such a major player in this whole story? It's all right. Well, you wrote it out.
Sure, y'all do that whole thing.
Exactly.
Like y'all wanted a female Captain America real bad.
Yeah.
But what if T'Challa became Star-Lord? Loved it. Loved it. What if Doctor Strange, like this Doctor Strange who kind of went crazy?
Yeah,
it was like,
yeah,
great. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yep. What if zombies? Please, I can't wait for that series to come out later this year.
My son keeps saying the same thing. I don't know if I'm excited about it or not.
I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
Marvel's Zombies, please.
Really?
Because I've been in some of the graphic novels that I've read, read recently, the Marvel Zombies play a part in it. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, a whole series about it? Show me more. Show me what I'm missing and like what I'm getting just clips from in all of these different graphic novels that I've been reading.
Okay. I'll you like I said, you know me, I'll try. Make mine Marvel.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, what if Ultron won? That was a great episode. Mm-hmm. That was a fantastic episode. Especially once he heard the Watcher. What? Yeah. I kind of lost it when he heard the Watcher.
And Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher. He is, to me, he is one of the greatest actors out there.
Out there.
He is one of the greatest actors out there. He gets his play. He gets credit, but not as much credit as he deserves.
Not as much as he deserves.
No,
for all the fantastic roles.
Yeah,
he's been been given and that he gets put in.
Yeah, he can get. You know what? For Jeffrey Wright, there are no small roles because anything he plays big. Mm-hmm. He plays big. He plays big. He can be in the movie in total for about 20 minutes to a half an hour, but you will remember he was there. Yeah,
absolutely.
You will remember he was in that movie.
Yeah. So, I never asked you what you thought of What If in the last season.
The last season?
Well, you did tell me, that you
loved it.
That you loved it.
I loved it.
Man, I finished that.
I absolutely. Like I said, I loved it because I was a fan of it, and it kind of redeemed itself because at some point I kind of was losing interest because I didn't know where they were going with this or how this was even a story or a actual story that was interconnected. And then when they made it kind of all make sense with the last 3 episodes, I was like, okay, all right, I got it.
What was the last episode that I watched? I watched 3. I stopped at season 2, episode 3.
Really? So you haven't even watched?
No. I went back.
Oh, you went back and watched it. Okay.
And rewatched them.
Yeah.
And caught up. Mm-hmm. But that's why I stopped. That's why I lost interest.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 3.
Yeah. Who was it? Which one was that one?
The Christmas episode with Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was good.
Yeah, I was good with that too.
I was like, nah, I'm really good on this show forever.
Yeah. And so I was even surprised that they were doing a season 3. And the only reason I think I watched season 3 was because they said it was the final season. That's all right. Let's see how this turns out. After the 5th episode, that's when it really started getting good.
Yeah. Well, no, not yet. I get what you're saying. Yeah. For me, it didn't get good until episode 7. But yeah. Wait, no, that's not true. That follow-up episode with Strange was really good. In the season.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that follow-up episode with Strange where he gave up his soul to become a universe. Yeah. That was a dope episode. I got to give them credit for that. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, What If has now ended, making way for all the other Marvel stuff coming later on this year.
Yeah. So let's hope it's some good stuff.
Hopefully, some good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I'm going to see Captain America.
Oh no, that's gonna be good stuff. Not too sure about the other one. What is that?
Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts.
I think I'm more excited for the Thunderbolts than I am for Captain America.
Oh no. I'm definitely not that. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out the Thunderbolts.
I'm still more excited for the Thunderbolts than Captain America. I'm kind of trying to temper expectations for all of these films.
Yeah.
Because they all have the potential to be not good.
Not good.
But there is a level of excitement for Captain America and the Thunderbolts. I just hope they do Fantastic Four well. I'm not really excited for it. I just hope it gets done
because
well.
they have let me down so many times. with the Fantastic Four. It's like they just don't know what to do with that, or they don't know what kind of story to tell. And it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
When y'all figure it out, you're gonna stop spending a whole lot of money trying to figure that out. Y'all spending a whole lot of money.
Well, I mean,
trying
clearly
to figure
they're
that
not.
out.
Clearly they're not.
It's like,
Because when did the very first Fantastic Four movie come out?
oh,
Exactly.
That went straight to video. That never saw the light of day. Yeah, I never saw the light of a theater. That went straight to video, and it was really funny. Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I have.
I had the video. It was this comic book store. They had it on VHS, but they wanted a whole lot of money. So I saved up some money. I put some money aside, and I bought it, and I took it home, and I watched it, and I was like, I want my money back. I felt like Cartman watching the Passion of the Christ. Yeah. I felt like driving to the director's house and saying, "I want my money back."
Yeah,
because it wasn't the same price as a regular DVD. It was quote unquote a collector's item, and so therefore I don't even remember how much I paid, but it was more than the normal price.
the normal price for
a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I was just saying that because they've been trying for a long time.
Yeah.
And with this new one, they clearly have no intention on stopping.
Yeah. They just...
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to get it right eventually, right?
I hope they get it
You
right.
would hope.
But then, I'm hearing about what's you call it being in the movie. Herbie?
I think it's Herbie.
See? See? They already messing up. The robot. See? That was my expression when I heard that. I was like, wait a minute. What is it? Y'all just don't want to make a good Fantastic Four movie?
Maybe it'll make sense.
Maybe.
Maybe it'll make sense.
Maybe. What is it? You don't care.
Maybe in the grand scheme of the multiverse, Herbie will make sense as much as Howard the Duck and Darcy have a baby. Oh, as you can tell, I'm not letting that go.
Never.
Anytime soon.
Oh man.
Anytime soon.
Even though their daughter became a superhero. She became a superhero. Come on. No.
Only thing that excited me was that Natasha Lyonne was voicing her.
Okay.
That's the only thing that excited me about her character. I was like, oh, so great. Yeah, but that was about it. And continuing Marvel news, I want to congratulate Tom Holland and Zendaya on their engagement.
Oh, they got engaged. Yes. I missed that. I missed. Yes. I didn't hear that. Okay.
They did get engaged. So congrats to them.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What don't you know?
I don't know. I was like, yeah, but all right, y'all engaged, but are y'all gonna get married? Will y'all get married?
I think they will.
You think they'll get married?
Yeah, I think they will because they don't seem to run their relationship like most Hollywood relationships.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
There seemed one to have a more genuine approach to it.
And he said some things that I'll believe it when I see it, but he said some things that made me think, it's like, all right, you're kind of mature for your age. One of the things he said he does not appear on the red carpet with her. Yeah. He said because that's her moment, not his.
That makes sense.
I say, okay,
that's dope.
That's dope. That's really it.
That's really great.
That's really good. And he says that when at this point it was when and if. He said, when and if we get married and then we have children, he said, I'm quitting. He said, I'm quitting the business.
I believe it.
Yeah, I think he sounds like one of those people who would actually do that.
And I mean, if we're being honest, he can do that.
He can do that, yeah.
He's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He don't have to work again for the rest of his life if he don't want to.
Not at all.
He's Spider-Man.
Yep. He said, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit the business and stay home with with my family. I was like, oh man, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I said,
listen, I'd be a stay-at-home husband too if my wife was in there. I too would be a stay-at-home husband if my wife was in there.
Speaking of Zendaya, because that last movie, did you see it?
What, Challengers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't see it, so I can't say whether it was good or not.
Yeah.
It didn't.
I was kind of happy when the composers won for best song.
Yeah, because I like those composers. I liked Trent Reznor and what's the other guy?
Atticus.
Atticus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them.
No, that because that soundtrack was one of the things that I liked about that movie.
Really?
The most. Yeah, the music was really fun.
Yeah.
In the film.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Challenges was good. I mean, today it doesn't really do bad films.
No,
Except for that, except for Mark and Marie.
I don't even remember that one.
Mark and Marie. I think that's the name of that movie. The one she did with John David Washington on Netflix. That's really just trauma porn. Speaking of trauma porn, the other movie that I watched just recently, I watched Blink Twice.
Oh, where'd you watch it at?
Oh, I got a free subscription for the week to MGM Plus. I got the free trial for a week. I got the free trial so that I could watch the movie, and then I canceled the subscription.
Wait, you didn't even keep it for the week?
No. Because you know me, I'm gonna forget to cancel it.
That's why I don't usually take those freebies like that.
Yeah,
because I'm always afraid that I'm going to forget. Because we just got new phones.
Right.
Me and my wife, we got new phones, and one of the things that came with the phone, and I didn't even know, was I think a 2 month free for people who bought the phone that we got, was a 2 month free what do they call it? Subscription for Apple TV.
Okay.
I still have not done it yet because I'm afraid that I'll do it. And 2 months is a long time. Right. I'm like, 2 months, that's a long time for me to forget. And next thing you know,
well, the good part is once you activate it, you can cancel it in the moment, and you still, like, once it's activated, you will still have access to it for the 2 months.
Oh.
It's not like once you cancel it,
they take
you're
it
done.
off.
No.
Oh, okay.
If it's a 2 month subscription, you can activate it for the 2.
Okay.
Like, once you activate it, you have it for 2 months.
For 2 months.
Period. And you can just cancel it right after you activate it.
Okay, you can cancel it at any time.
Yeah, it just won't renew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, then I may go and take that because I did. Yeah.
But so that's how I watched Blink Twice. And I don't know what I was expecting from that movie.
But was it good? Because
I don't know.
Looking at your face, you're like
and this might be like an over exaggeration, possibly, but we were watching it, and in one of the scenes I was watching it, I was like, it felt like I was watching the Epstein Island story.
Well, they said it was close. That was kind of like a lot of people made that comparison. I'll say it like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like the entire movie.
Yeah, they said a lot of people made that comparison, and I was like, oh,
because the movie starts off with a trigger warning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it does.
Yes.
Oh,
letting you know that it's about to get rough.
Yeah, so
just fair warning before you continue watching this movie.
Make sure you take your psych meds.
Yeah, like
if you're going to watch this movie.
So it's just like,
or better yet, maybe you should go and read some reviews first before you just say, "Hey, I'm going to watch that movie Blink Twice." I'm like,
because it's some serious trauma porn.
And I think that was the other thing with Baby Reindeer, because when they introduced the movie, they introduced the series, they said that they give a warning. I was like, oh, let me see. Do I really want to watch this? It's like, because I got to figure out, well, what is it about this movie that might trigger me, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, they went into detail.
Huh?
They didn't just say trigger warning.
Oh.
They specifically said, if you or someone you are watching this movie with has been a victim of sexual assault, you might not want to watch this.
Got it. Oh, wow. And that's where we are now.
Yes. Yeah.
Movies coming with trigger warnings.
Trigger warnings. And I'm like, did we really need this movie?
Really? It was like that.
Like again, it wasn't bad, right? Mm-hmm. But it just felt like, why did we make this film?
Yeah.
Like, what was the goal? What was the purpose? Especially with how it ended.
Really?
What was the goal? What was the purpose behind this movie?
Like I said, I have not watched it yet, but it is on my. I keep looking at it. And I keep saying, okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah. The only reason I really wanted to watch it was because this is what Zoe Kravitz's first her directorial debut, and so I wanted to give her support. I was like, all right, I'm gonna support, see if the movie was good, and it got. What kind of reviews did it get? Did it get these?
Honestly, I haven't seen a single one.
I haven't seen any either.
I haven't seen a single one.
Okay, but I just wanted because Zoe Kravitz directed it. So I was like, let's see what she did.
Yeah. So it was bizarre.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was a bizarre film.
And it took me a while to finally figure out, kind of like get an idea what the movie, because they kept saying blink twice. And I kept thinking, what does that phrase mean? And then what happened is that I finally looked up what that phrase meant. Mm-hmm. That if you're in trouble, you don't want the person, it's like.
Yeah. Believe it or not, that was one of the things that stood out to me in the trailer when I first seen it.
Really? Because in
the trailer, the main character in one of the
went right over my head.
And she was talking to somebody else and she was like, blink twice if you're in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went right over my head. Did not pay. And then I was like, oh, that's what the movie's. Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and
this was fun.
Yeah. Did we go over everything that we just go over? Oh wow. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. We did.
We did it. We went through it.
We did it. We did.
We knocked it out. We
just sidebar real quick. Creature Commandos. Did you watch it yet?
No.
Oh. I don't know what that is. But yeah. Okay. But anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't really. I saw like one really cool scene, but I didn't really have any interest in watching it. I'm going to just wait until James Gunn gives me Superman and try again.
Yeah. The only reason I think I watched it was because of my girl playing Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
She's doing, even though it's animated, she's doing the voice of Amanda Waller. So I was like, I just like to hear her voice. Yeah.
Really quick.
Yes.
Before we go. What do you think about the prospect of Josh Brolin possibly playing the big bads in both Marvel and DC?
Who is he playing in DC?
He just recently posted a picture of a fan saying he should play Darkseid.
Wow. That would be...
To play Thanos and Darkseid?
What? If he could pull that off.
I mean, I think if anybody could pull that off, Josh Brolin could pull that off.
Yeah. If he could pull that off... Bow.
Yeah, man. I was like, honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I sure wouldn't.
That would be such a cool thing to be able to say, bro, I am Thanos
and Darkseid. Wow. Yeah. That would.
Now, for me personally, he would have a lot to prove because Darkseid is one of my favoriteest villains of all time.
Yeah. I like
he ranked high in my book.
Yeah.
Real high in my book. So he'd have, a lot his work cut out for him. Yeah. But I think he could do it.
Okay. I would watch that.
I'd watch that. I'm intrigued. I mean, he's calling people back because how you kick everybody else out and then call Jason Momoa back?
Yeah, to play.
He's playing Lobo.
First time I saw Jason Momoa and they say he was playing Aquaman. Okay. All right. I'll give him Aquaman. And he gave Aquaman a good turn.
Yeah.
But when I saw him, I was like, he looks like Lobo.
Well, according to what interviews say, it was apparently leaked that that's what he thought he was auditioning for initially. Really? But then they were like, no, you're Aquaman.
Really?
Yeah. He initially was like, he initially thought he was getting Lobo then. But they were like, no, Aquaman.
See, I liked him as Aquaman because he gave Aquaman more of
charisma.
Yeah, more charisma. But I wouldn't have seen him as Aquaman. But because every time I looked at him, I was thinking, he looks like Lobo.
Yeah. And that's because I seen so many people Photoshop like Lobo makeup on him.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it makes sense.
Yeah. It makes
sense.
It makes total sense.
Like some people are just made for it. Like even though he was bad, The Rock was made for Black Adam.
Yes. He was supposed to play Black Adam.
Like you were supposed to play Black Adam.
Now the storyline was not that great.
No. Failed.
It was because it was a well-made movie.
Yeah.
It was a well-made movie, but the storyline sucked.
It sucked.
It was just not a good story.
Because I'm sorry, we got Black Adam, and instead of fighting Shazam,
Yeah.
we're having him fight another champion.
Yeah, somebody else.
Another champion.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a choice.
And maybe that might have saved Shazam, the Shazam franchise, if he had.
I no longer want that saved.
No, me neither. No, I don't want it saved either. But this might have given it at least a slight chance of being, yeah. But
I was looking forward to.
It's too late now.
Yeah, no, it's too late.
It's too late.
Won't say why here, but yeah, it's too late. I don't want Shazam to do another.
No.
Unless we're recasting. Then sure, give me another Shazam.
Yep.
But I was looking forward to Superman versus Black Adam. Because I've seen that animated film and I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
So I would have liked to have. I would have liked to have seen The Rock versus Henry Cavill. Like, that would have been great.
That was the most exciting part of the movie for me.
Yes.
That part. Everything else was
Yeah.
oh heck.
Right. It was just, this was something. But so. But yeah, this was fun.
This was fun.
And we are back.
We are back.
Even though for you guys, nothing has changed.
No.
Because we kept putting stuff out to make it look like we were still here. So we took a break, but nobody knew. But we are back.
We're back.
And until the next one, we're out.
Peace.
All right.